What's going on? Is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. If you see the smoke coming off of me, it's because it's freezing. Flew back into town yesterday after being in Portland and DC. And my guys is working, man. It's the latest build, 3 bathrooms, finished basement, and it's freezing. I mean, it's absolutely freezing here in Michigan and Metro Detroit, but we working, man. We got to take care of business, and nothing stops a movement. You know what I'm saying? So finally got everything up. Most of the framing, the initial framing is done. And so we got about 6 more months, maybe 6 more months on this build. It's gonna be absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Give y'all a little bit of insight of what the garage is like. So that's the garage right there. We'll look at it on the other side. Got the basement, but it ain't no lights down there. So we got electricians, plumbers, everybody coming in. It's been cold across the United States of America, everywhere. Heard it was snowing in Florida, that they had 8 inches in Atlanta. I don't know how true that is, but it's been snowing everywhere. But the house is coming out beautiful. We've developed like 4 different prototypes depending on what the lot sizes that we build in. We got 3 in flight now, and once the weather break up and it gets a little bit warmer, then we're gonna start excavating for the 4th. But let me go ahead and get in the car so that we can actually have this conversation, because I want to talk to you guys about something real quick. A couple different things. The first thing is, almost fell. First thing is, it's like 1 degree here. It's crazy. First thing is, if it ain't about no bag or it ain't about no money, then I don't even want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting caught up on the wrong shit. And everybody's so focused on trying to cancel. Like, I'll give you an example. You talk about Snoop and Nelly and Rick Ross and Soulja Boy. Then, oh man, we not rocking with them no more. I seen Jamal Bryant, punk ass. I absolutely, of all the people that's out in these streets, Jamal Bryant is probably the worst for me. He is one of the worst people out here, period. But, you know, they so focused on the wrong things. And the way that the media and society and culture moves is they want you to be distracted so that they can extract all of the money. We so focused on the wrong shit. I'll give you another example. Being conservative, not only does it align with your principles and your morals and your traditions and how you was raised, but that's where all of the money is. Have you noticed that people that are liberal, the only people that are doing well mostly are the people that's all the way at the top, the people that race bait, the people that try to convince you to vote a certain way and all of this stuff? Those are the only people that get money. All of these people that's at the top that try to convince y'all, hey, stay this way, stay liberal, make sure you vote Democrat. They don't give no money to their communities. They not providing y'all with no jobs. They not helping you fund your businesses. They're not actually helping you to be successful. All they're doing is keeping you riled up, keeping you emotional, continuing to have clickbait and making money off of you, and is not providing no opportunities whatsoever, whether it's in a community. They don't even stay in the same communities that they was raised in. A lot of these people, they'll fly into your city, make the money, and get the fuck out of there and then take it and hoard it all in their own pockets. They don't help y'all. They don't love y'all. And I'm not saying that they require to. But what I am saying is that they think more like conservatives, but they make sure that they keep you on that Democratic plantation. All of the money is on this side. All of the opportunity is on this side. The minute that you disconnect yourself from thinking that identity politics is going to at some point align with you and corral with you and help you to become successful. Oh, we got to all come together and be one. The dumbest thing that I've ever heard is somebody promoting themselves as a black business. Because why would you market yourself to a limited part of the population, a very, very, very small, minuscule part of the population, and alienate the rest of your customer base that could have potentially bought your products but you wanted to segregate yourself from your potential customers. That's rule number one. Any mentor, if you ever had a multi-million-dollar mentor, any mentor will tell you that you don't market yourself as anything remotely close to a Black-owned business. Your product is supposed to stand by itself, meaning that anybody should be able to buy your product. It doesn't really matter who owns it. And if you market a great product and don't market yourself as buy it just because I'm Black, then you'll have a hit out of this world, and you'll be able to market yourself, and you'll be able to have one of the greatest things of all time. Even if the majority of your customer base is African American or Black or whatever it is that you want to identify it as, it doesn't mean that you can't expand. The goal, most companies, look at any of these earning calls, pay attention to what happens on the streets. Most companies, their share price is tied to an opportunity for growth. Hear me out. When they talk about what your share price is, they're not necessarily always focusing on how profitable you are. They're talking about how much room do you have to expand, right? Is this market already mature? Have you already hit all of your customers, and so on and so forth? And so that's where their share price is. Your share price most times is tied to your opportunity for what the company can be, not necessarily what you are. Toyota has been an incredibly profitable company for a long time. Tesla is worth 10 times what Toyota is because Tesla markets itself as an opportunity company, a technology company, not just a car manufacturer. That's why they're paying attention to the possibilities of how much they can generate Tesla bots and power walls and infrastructure and Grok and AI and all of these things. All of those things is tied into and baked into the share price. So when you're having a conversation with people and they're trying to limit you on your opportunity based off of trying to say, well, I'm a Black-owned company, you know that they already hit their ceiling and a potential for being greater is already snubbed, 100%. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a Black-owned company. It doesn't matter who owns the company. People don't care about the ownership of the company. They care about whether or not you have a great product and whether or not you're actually reaching and marketing yourself to where people can understand that your product is great, because you got the greatest product in the world. But if ain't nobody, familiar with it, or they're not necessarily trying to test out your product because the packaging is dumb, and when I say the packaging, I'm talking about you, then they're going to leave it on the shelf. All I'm saying is we are going to continue to have this Democrat versus Republican, liberal versus conservative, race-based conversations, but it's all a distraction away from being able to get you from, being able to take out the money of the product. That's all I'm saying. Don't be distracted by the bullshit. And more importantly, I see this conversation with Nelly and Rick Ross and Soulja Boy and all of that, especially Snoop. Man, don't you know that the majority of the people that support Snoop, the people that put money in Snoop's pocket, the people that buy his records, the people that come and see him, Snoop is a global icon. Nobody cares about what Snoop could say anything. And it doesn't matter whether he say he pro-Black or he not pro-Black. Snoop is going to be Snoop, and he going to be a beast for the rest of his life. You're not stopping anything, right? All you were trying to do was prevent him from being able to get his bags. And he's still going to get his bags. Same with Nelly. I would assume that the majority of the people that listens to Nelly's music is probably not even us. Probably not even us. And so how can you then say you're not racist if you're judging somebody based off of having a difference of opinion than you and supporting the United States of America, which we all benefit off of? I see some of these content creators and they getting rich and they got some of the biggest platforms and they race baiting y'all, but they still hold conservative values. They probably voted for Trump themselves, but they could tell you anything. They ain't got to show you their receipts. They ain't got to show you that they was in a voting booth. The only thing we care about is perception. We don't really care about results. The only thing we care about is perception. We don't really care about results. Cancel culture is dead. It's 9 billion people on this earth. You're going to have to do what makes sense for you. And anybody that's telling you anything different, watch them. Watch them, because they'll switch up on you in a minute anyway. Listen, all I'm saying is go and do the thing that's best for you. Stop limiting yourself to the potential of what if, and go and get your bags, bro. And it's better on this side. It's way more money, way more opportunity. You're going to have way better experiences. You're going to find yourself amongst a group of people that don't really care about what you look like or where you come from. The only thing they care about is whether or not they can add value into your life. And I'm not saying that everybody that's conservative or Republican is going to be a good person, because they're not. In the same way that I don't rock with extremists on any side. But just because you liberal don't mean that I don't rock with you. It just means that we got a difference of opinion. And I want to see where we can connect versus where we differ. I don't give a fuck about where we differ unless you're a scumbag person, you know what I'm saying, and you're doing something egregious that's illegal. I want to figure out where we could connect. I don't spend the majority of my time when I meet somebody trying to figure out whether or not they have a difference of opinion in me. I'm trying to figure out whether or not we align on certain things that allow for us to be able to be successful together. I'm trying to figure out where because we all gonna be different. That's how God made us. I don't care about that. I'm trying to figure out whether or not you have good character and you actually a representation of what I espouse from a spiritual level. Why we don't have spiritual conversations? Anyways, don't get me on my rants, man. I love you. I appreciate you. We're about to tap into the Millionaire Morning Show shortly. I got to go and stop at a couple other spots before I get out here. But always be in the streets. Always go out there and be on the streets. Don't be one of those type of people that think that when you get some money or when you have the opportunity to invest in something, that you're not actually minding your business, that you're not on site, seeing it, paying attention, seeing what the timelines are, trying to move things faster and forward, seeing how the people is working, and being out there on the floor with them. You don't have to necessarily babysit, but you got to be in the streets. All right? I love you. I appreciate you. Look at him trying to figure out what's going on. People be driving by trying to figure out, oh, who's building over here? My whole windows, I can see out, they can't see in, they can't see me. They don't know who in the car. So I got, even my front window, it's 100% tinted. I can see out, they can't see in. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to see y'all on the Millionaire Morning Show. Peace.